Hello. Hey, hey. Welcome to First Fridays North Beach. This is now 2007. This is now the 18th year of First Fridays continuously in North Beach. We started in 2007. And I'd like to welcome you to the continuation of our First Fridays. There's amazing poets tonight and performers. So also involved in this, there's a couple of announcements I'd like to make. We have in here a display of our students' work from Metalworks SF, our 10th anniversary. This is the last month you can see it. Tell your friends you can come in. A lot of it is not for sale because it's the first pieces they created, but it's an amazing array of work that they produced. And we've been celebrating that for the last month, and we'll celebrate it for one more month. After that, we are now going to have a show of Lawrence Ferlinghetti and Jack Kurtzman visual art for May and June. So look forward to that. The opening on that is May 2nd, and we'll have that up for everybody to see. So we celebrate the poets as visual artists as well as celebrating the visual artists as poets in the tradition of North Beach. So welcome. And bring up Jessica Lutz to introduce our poets, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Welcome everyone once again to North Beach First Fridays. Thank you to Macchiarini Creative Design for having us. Thanks to all of you for coming here. And thanks to the poets that are here tonight. And thank you to Colin for recording these readings, videotaping these readings every year for all this time. You can see the readings live on Alcatraz radio. So tonight we're gonna have a couple of people read poems in English, and then we're gonna have some music and some Spanish-English translations with some more music at the end. So I'm gonna start out with some poems. I'm gonna read three poems, I think it's three poems by other people this evening, all poets that are no longer with us. The first poem is called On Being from Hibbing by Susan Birkeland. How did Dylan get to be so hard? Born in a town that lived on mining the ore for 2 world wars, lips flat and dry, hard becomes beautiful and cold, so you won't forget. Press a chunk of black snow against the blue veins at your wrist. Hold it there till it aches, like them miners in winter digging and scrapping her insides into the nails of your own personal Jesus. Then walk away, like she'll always be torn inside out, like we've got no choice but to live off the scrapings of the mother's frozen belly. Walk away, because you can, because this town never changes, because an ache can go so far and no farther. Get away from this boondoggle of a town. Tell them you're from Mexico, where the desert opens even the ice-pick heart of the proud señorita Susanna. Thaw yourself out, listen to the radio, read Verlaine. Find the tail of your own black coat down the cold suffice of a pedicured princess. See what you can do to blind all the good people to their constant need for slaves. Nail this to the foreheads, the downside of everything civil waits under every banquet table, crapping and scrapping, a blind carrion red, iron red, roadkill red, drops on the sidewalk, take a miner to bed. Bruised ribs, that's a circle hard to escape. Bruised angels, this is the world we're living in. The ore of Hibbing was made into the screeching killer's machine. Baby, are you listening? Just outside of town, there's an iron pit of whisperless whispers where you can hear the songs of 1,000 dead man's dreams. And the next poem is called One Last Year, and it's written for Tony Vaughn. And it's written by Rosemary Mono from her book Marseille. And she is also no longer with us, as I said, and neither is Tony, who she wrote the poem about. One Last Year for Tony Vaughn. To die a young man is your only reprieve from chronic poverty, months of back rent, shitty jobs. Oh, brother, poet, artist, musician, dear friend of 25 years, disinherited son, transcends crazy mother, a cruel world you tried to make better, always busking at BART stations, street corners, the ugly clothes belie your beautiful pictures, a serene place of light and communion, a necessary place to create in order to survive. No more wine toward the end before the cancer eats you alive. One last year you're given to be an artist, free of material struggle for the first time since childhood. Now you're gone, a body of work remains, pan among the animals, out of your body for real time, the places you made, far from the danger and drama and pain. In the park you play guitar, drink red wine, get high, the sun burns, the wind sighs, love me now, I'm still alive. Okay, I'm not gonna read that one. Okay. And this poem is called The Basic Con, and it's by Lou Welsh. And I feel that it's very apropos to what's going on now and pretty much any time. Why don't you tell us, Robert? This is The Basic Con, it's called. The Basic Con. Those who can't find anything to live for always invent something to die for. Then they want the rest of us to die for it too. These and an elite army of thousands who do nobody any good at all but do great harm to some have always collected vast sums from all. Finally, all this machinery tries to kill us because we won't die for it too. And next, please welcome Jack Nancy.
All right, I'm going to read a poem of mine, and then later I'm going to read some Latin Americans. On smoking. There are great and many wonderful feelings in this world. Most of them involve smoking cigarettes. A smoke in slippers with a clean scalp on a foggy evening after a scalding shower. A smoke shortly after treating someone to an orgasm, and better yet if you too have been treated to one. A third smoke after the first sip of a second martini. Bonus enjoyment if no one else is in the bar has decided it is their time to smoke. Doubled if the night is either warm enough to be in a t-shirt or cool enough for a handsome coat. 2 cigarettes before a flight, a hard-fought cigarette while waiting for your flight, by departing and then re-entering the airport. 1 cigarette after the flight before you've picked up your bag, a second upon returning to the outside with bag in tow. Before, after, and in the midst of a multi-course meal, to get away from a funeral, to get away from a wedding, after a palm reading, before a doctor's appointment, to reaffirm in yourself that it is in fact your body and you may do as you please with it. During a therapy session, when you are high on a drug of your choice, when tobacco is your only drug in a foreign country. Bonus if that country is Japan or Mexico, Japan at night, Mexico in the morning, afternoon in Morocco. After leaving a gas station, on a train up a river, in a window seat if applicable, on top of a train moving at a reasonable pace, bonus if it is in Kerala or Guangzhou province, in a race car amidst a time slip on a pirate ship on the precipice of an apocalypse in retrospect, under the moon a detective hard done by the wreckage of a marred intellect, selective reasoning turned case cold, a cigarette in youth or 2 when you're old, 10 cigarettes for television, 3 for revolution, 30 if you're losing, in times of clarity, much more importantly in confusion.
quite as tall as Jack. But anyway, next, please welcome Kimi Sugiyaka, who I think probably also needs the mic a little bit lower. Thank you, David.
Now, I don't fault Jessica, but my name is actually Sugioka.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Nobody pronounces it correctly.
That's Jessica Luce.
And that's Jessica Luce.
I feel like I can do it to everyone else.
Okay. These poems are pretty much about things that have been happening recently. It's called Ghazal Again. How did we come to believe that space is the place for the rich to escape? When did we decide that our mission requires us to hate again? Smoke and mirrors reflect bombed and burned out cities in a sinister plundering of all beacons of love again. Dusty corridors filled with wealthy magnates who only see what they can steal and brand as their own again. Wisdom's broken fingers claw through ash and bone to take us to the place the ancestors fought to belong again. Home, home of the crazed, where the wretchedly merciless rule, where freedom is heard a disparaging word, and the skies are on fire again. How did we come to accept falsehoods as truth and fact as contrived, while corruption condemns us to believe we could be when we never were great again? What must we conjure to free ourselves from enslavement to a consumption and depose all kings and sycophants, so the natural order of osprey, whale, and wolf may reign again? Thank you. I'm angry a lot, most of the time. I wrote this when that orange thing was inaugurated. Inaugural firestorm. Every time a new cabinet member is designated, I feel a blunt punch to my belly. Every word out of the megalomaniac's mouth is a searing burn across my cheek. Every day we grow closer to his inauguration fells a blow to the back of my head. Every time I look in the mirror, I feel interior bruises and lacerations, and I ask myself, what must I do to fight back? The fires race toward the sea like a man dying of thirst. The humans scatter like ants from a hill crushed by a boot. The fires are talking to us. They speak of drought and overbuilding, overpopulating, overreaching the earth's boundaries. They divine our future with flame and ash. That is what is on our plates. A blaze of fast approaching fascism, the grit of ash and bitterness of bile is burnt into our palates like a soothsayer's prophecy of ill winds and betrayal. What is said, what is done, must not be etched on our tongues, eaten, drunk, or swallowed without our consent. Yeah, I'm gonna pass these out anyway. Without our consent. We must cleanse our palates, claim the fire, harness the storm, and teach ourselves to fight back. Wrong is right. Place tariffs on imported goods so they become costly, because expensive is cheap. Zelensky started the war in Ukraine even though Putin invaded her, because defense is offense. Get rid of Medicare, Medicaid, and vaccines so the poor die off quicker and the rich continue to have the best medical care, because sickness is health. Trim the fat off the federal budget by firing thousands of skilled essential workers, because poverty is wealth. Deport immigrants so we will be safer and richer, though immigrants with no criminal records are being incarcerated without recourse, because innocence is criminal. Force the remaining Palestinians out of Gaza and create a Middle East Riviera, because imperialism is democracy. Drill, baby, drill, without regard for life on earth, so that oil will be cheap and plentiful, because death is life. Threaten all our previously allied countries, because war is peace. Ally the U.S. with Russia, Israel, and North Korea, because dictators are really good people. Wrong is right. Okay, I'll lighten it up a little. A little. This is called American Zombies. America's exploding, the battle lines are global, and everywhere invasion is a pretense of defense. Control is key. Just turn on the TV. It's not just what they say, but what you have to pay, or for how you should be living, how you should be dressing, which pills you should be popping, which food you should be eating, where to spend all your money on all your favorite things that you don't really need. The right choice will set you free so you can get in line to win a trip to Hoboken or find yourself broken into 1,000 points of blight. Zero tolerance for diversity, all hail homogeneity, and pay tribute to the American zombie. The dead are running Wall Street, the living sound asleep, the living dead are riding in self-driving Teslas that run into walls no one can see. It's not a question of mortality, but a question of morality that will bring us to our knees or give us the courage to break free so we don't come to be American zombies. Thank you. And then this last one, I assume it's been enough time. I'm pretty sure I wrote this when he was in office last time, because I wanted to cast a spell. I thought, really, if I could write a poem that was a good enough spell, I could fix things, you know? Next time. It's called Incantation. Yes, I'm trying again. Haven't read it in a long time, so. Let the moon interrupt the sun till tides cleanse this empire of sons and fathers whose fortunes rest on the skulls and bones of the ravaged, conquered, and murdered. Let fire ebb from coals of rain and loose the fragrance of cedar and sage to bear the seam of morning to the hem of night, to ignite in us the audacious tenacity of the ancestors who earned and won our continuance. Cover your face with earth, twine life with death, that one remembers the other in all acts and intentions. Bloody the axe to exact humility from hubris. Summon the kestrel and the dove that they may nest and procreate within this crown of thorns. Let the moon interrupt the sun's momentum till the tides cleanse this siege of degeneration. May all beings flex the muscle of love and tend to the wounds of the world. Thank you.
So thank you once again, Kimmy. And now we're going to hear a little bit of music by Omar Rafai.
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep, everything is all right. I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night. I softly say a silent prayer like dreamers do. Then I fall asleep to dream my dreams of you. In dreams I walk with you. In dreams I talk to you. In dreams you're mine. All of the time we're together. in dreams, in dream. But just before the dawn, I awake and find you're gone. I can't help it, I can't help it if I cry. I remember that you said goodbye. Well, it's too bad that all these things can only happen in my dreams. Only in dreams. In beautiful dreams. That's the only one I had really well practiced, but I have one more to do that I know Jessica would really like to hear. So I'm just gonna go out with it. Well, it was all that I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. Oh, you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. You don't have to call me Waylon Jennings, and you don't have to call me Charlie Pride. You don't have to call me Merle Haggard anymore, even though you're on my fighting side. And I'll hang around as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, I've heard my name a few times in your phone book. Hello, hello, hello. And I seen it on the songs where I played. The only time I know I'll hear David Allan Coe is when Jesus has his final judgment day. So I'll hang around as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison, and I went to pick her up in the rain. But before I could get to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a danged old train. So I'll hang around as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. to call me darling, darling. You never even call me. I wonder why you don't call me. I want you ever call me by my name. Thank you, thank you. That's all I got.
So once again, that was Omar Rafe singing a Roy Orbison song and a song by David Allan Coe. So next, we're going to have Mario Sacasa and Jack Nancy reading together. Mario is going to read some poems in Spanish, and Jack Nancy is going to read them in English, and Jack will explain to you what they are going to read and who it is. By the way, Omar that just sang for us, apparently that was his first solo performance ever in public.
A poem from Ricardo Castorribas from El Salvador. This is called Soneto Amargo a la Taza de Café. Es la musa que anima a los poetas, que van al cafetín de tarde en tarde. Mientras hablan de versos y cometas, la cafeína en sus cerebros arde. Ahí Mendoza, Suárez, Castorribas, fumadores, humosos, tabacales, concentran sus fuerzas, bolitas, construyen 1000 cajitas musicales. Hidalgo, el escritor, los ensayistas, también los aprendices de la poeta, uno que otro pintor, los periodistas. Todos beben café, su vitamina, sin pensar que al beber es agua prieta, beben amarga sangre campesina.
Also, this book is an old City Lights collection. Alejandro Murguia put it together. It's a bunch of revolutionary poets from Central America. Bitter sonnet to a cup of coffee. It's the muse that encourages the poets who go to the cafe every afternoon. While they speak of verses and comets, the caffeine burns in their brains. There, Mendoza, Suarez, Castro Rivas, smokers, smoky tobacco plantations, concentrating their volatile strength, they build 1,000 musical boxes. And Dago, the sculptor, the essayist, the poet's apprentice too, an occasional painter, the newspapermen, they all drink coffee, their vitamin, without thinking that when they drink that black water, they're drinking peasants' bitter blood. And then next, from Mexico, we have Mario Santiago Papisquierdo. He was immortalized by Roberto Bolaño as the character Ulysses Lima in his book Savage Detectives. Okay. Here. Oh wait, sorry, I gave you the wrong one.
Salud. Calavera Antonín, carnal de mi alma. Escribirte que trampa es un saludo y beso charasca. Buceando profundo en tu manantial piel cargada. Tu psiquis, tu gesto, abuelo de karmas. Taweri de mi errancia. Como nube que aprieta la iluminada quijada, hoy te hablo, te danzo, te flecho peregrino, flor a flor en tu cactus. Esta carta, este canto que debió escribir Anais Nin, porque supieras el descanto torrente que poderosamente te amo. De rodez en mi chantre, de tu magia en mi espacio, te lo unto mi embarco. Fuera de las campanitas y las aulas francesas, en la extraña mi lumpen, tu beso, mi doble, en alto un cielo sin horas de escape. Calavera carnal, no te he dicho ni un suave. Cámara, compa, vente, embriagarte. El sol camarón se tuesta en mis sienes. Ni una solo electroshock con tus garifos. Ha pisado este chambre. Paseate y danza. Dinamita esta casa, geishas malcriadas. Es jardín un poeta, es magna de abejas. calavera carnal, aguijón de mi alma.
Here's looking at you. Antonin, skull and bones, carnal of my soul, writing you is such a scam. This is a greeting and knife-cutting kiss, delving deeply into your changed fountainhead skin. Your spirit, your gesture, grandfather of karmas, to weary of my rootless wandering, like a cloud that presses your enlightened jaw. Now I speak you, I dance you, I arrow you, pilgrim, flower to flower on your cactus. This letter, this canto that Anais Nin should have written you, so as to know the insolent torrential flatulence of one I love you. From Rodez to my temple cantor, and your magic to my space, I anoint you. I embark out of the green fields and jails of France, in the most lumpen entrails I kiss you, my double at the peak of one heaven with no time to escape. Carnal skull and bones, I have never told you a single suave, or right on, compadre, or let's get drunk. The sun-sea prawn is scorched on my temples, and not even one electroshock with its hooks has entered this chamber. Come on in and dance, this house of ill-mannered geishas is dynamite. The garden of a poet is a magma of bees, carnal skull and bones, goading sting of my soul.
Okay, I almost chickened out on this, but Mario wanted to do it. I'm going to read the seventh canto of a poem by Vincent Huberto Alcatraz. And he was going to read it in Spanish first, but then when he looked at the Spanish and the English, he said it's very similar. It's all sounds that are pronounced slightly differently in Spanish and in English. So I'm just going to read the English while he plays music. Okay. So we will see how it goes. Yeah. Canto number 7. Ahi, ahi, ahi. Ya, ya, ya. Ahi, ohi. Tra-la-li, la-li, la-la. Abru-aharu. You're ulinary. La-li-la. Ikoko ku, ku, eku. Oh, he, haya, zabinary. La, li, la. Siriestra luna, Siriestra locks. La, lulu. Churasun and Trulilin. Ahi, ahi. Sirara south in Shout-Sicaire. Shout-Sicaire. Sira sun. Luxponsive, solinary. Ra-ruar. Echo planing lali. Nedanark Harmer Moni. Antiquash Matraquag mitterdent, mitterlipsis, mitters longa, matrilonial, matrimosian, reoceaning, tridocian, lali, la, equinox, Benancian Raru Ku. Campanelli Compassy. Tra la la. Ahi, Renaissance and Eternitz on. Missionary Shooping Astrophere. Laurie Mibilam. Larry Mibambap Stropwin. Larry Mibambap Stropwin. Larry Barry Crystal Mar. Larry Lyric Snicks. Temporar. Beulah you, lay out you, oola you, moon alumni, semi-wound, inferments, oola laments, clear sounding, cantaloping, ulila sense, Helen you, yo, temporary, infinite, buzzity, quaternary, you, serenade as a tune for a prayer, you'll essence, live forever, left in a da, temple on lali, orange central, lali, I might have mispronounced a few things, but just
Can you imagine doing that twice?
anyhow, to close out the evening, Mario is going to play a few songs for us.
Thank you. All.
So Dave,
I've never felt that. That was an experience there. That was not just two people, that was all of us in there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it. This is a song, an original song of mine. This one's called El Culpable. It means the guilty one. The guilty one, Me llaman el culpable de todas tus maldades, de lo que me vas a hacer. Soy el responsable por enamorarte sin darte mi querer. Te pintas la amable, la dulce y agradable. Ay, niña, nada que ver. Eres indomable, fría e intocable, tanto como tu querer. Pero igual te quiero y en algún momento también lo vas a ver. En tu tiempo, mujer, vas a ver que me quieres. A mí que me da remedio, que yo también estoy sufriendo. Tu amor es medio tiempo, yo necesito completo, lo siento. Te busco en las mañanas, de noches serenatas, me cansé de ser tu rey. Mazurcas segovianas, rancheras de Tijuana, amor que no te canté. Pero igual te quiero y en algún momento también lo vas a ver. En tu tiempo, mujer, vas a ver que me debe. A mí que me da remedio, que yo también estoy sufriendo. Tu amor es medio tiempo, yo necesito completo. Contra molinos de viento, mi amor sigue creciendo. Tu amor de medio tiempo a mí me tiene inquieto. Muchas gracias, thank you. We're gonna sing one together, man? Yeah.
He's doing another song.
Oh, you're doing another song.
We can sing one together.
I'll finish afterwards.
Yeah, I thought we were going to do a duet there. That's gonna be. Well, let's end on this one. We can sing this one together. This one's from my hometown of Nicaragua. This one's called "Sing Simon, Sing My Low." It's a Caribbean song. So I sing, "Sing Simon, sing my low," and you guys sing, "Sing Simon, sing my high." Let's practice it. So I'm gonna go. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. That's good. All right. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Simon went around the world trying to find himself a girl, one who can dance and sing. See the girl in the wind sing, "Oh baby, oh darling, oh baby, oh darling." Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, eso, let's go. Back, say, belly to belly, don't give a damn if you ain't ready. Back to back, say, belly to belly, don't give a damn if you ain't ready. Hey, sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. Sing Simon, sing my low. Sing Simon, sing my high. All right, thank you, San Francisco. Thank you, Jess. Congratulations, all the amazing poets.
That was Mario Sicasa once again. And Dan Macchiarini has a brief closing poem for you.
A poem that's written by one of the heroines of my generation. It's called The Spring Offensive of the Snail by Marge Piercy. Living someplace else is wrong. In Jerusalem, the golden floating over New England smog. Above paper company forests, deserted brick textile mills, square brooders on the rotten rivers, developing chewed mountains. Living out of time is wrong. The future drained us, thin as paper. We were tools scraping. After the revolution, we would be good, love one another, bake fruitcakes. In the meantime, eat your ulcer. Living upside down is wrong. Roots in the air, mouths filled with sand, only what might have been sang. I cannot live crackling with electric rage always. The journey is too long to run, cursing those who can't keep up. Give me your hand. Talk quietly to everyone you meet. It is going on. We are moving again with our houses on our backs. The time we have to remember to sing, this time we have to remember to sing and make soup. Pack the capital and the vitamin E, the basil plant for the sill, Apache tears picked up in the desert. But remember to bury all old quarrels behind the garbage for compost. Forgive who insulted you. Forgive yourself for being wrong. You will do it again. For nothing living resembles a straight line, certainly not this journey, to and fro, zigzagging. You there and me here, making our own road outward as the snail does. Yes, for some time we might contemplate not the tiger, not the eagle, not the grizzly bear, but the snail, who always remembers that wherever you find yourself eating is home, the center where you must make your love, where you wake up is here, the right place to be, where we start again. See you tomorrow.
So once again, I thank you for being a great audience, as always. Give yourself a round of applause. And thank you once again to David Zeiss, as always, for doing the sound.